Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered what really goes on in the mind of a man when he falls in love? What triggers his emotions, ignites his heart, and compels him to commit? Today, we unravel the mystery of how men fall in love, a topic that has intrigued poets, puzzled psychologists, and inspired countless romantic tales. Men are inherently visual creatures, and this aspect plays a significant role in how they begin the process of falling in love. While love is a multifaceted emotion, for men, it often starts with what they see. This doesn't merely refer to physical appearance, though it is undeniably a factor. What a man sees encompasses much more: how someone carries themselves, their confidence, their demeanor, and even their energy. These elements come together to form the initial attraction, a spark that piques his interest and encourages him to engage further. Physical attraction is frequently the first layer of this visual connection. It's important to understand that this isn't a shallow or superficial reaction. Rather, it's a natural response rooted in biology. Men are instinctively drawn to what they find visually appealing, which often reflects qualities like health, vitality, and confidence. However, what men find appealing varies greatly from one person to another. Each man has unique preferences that resonate with his individual tastes and experiences. This diversity is what makes human connections so dynamic and unpredictable. Beyond physical appearance, what truly captivates a man is a woman's presence, her aura, her energy, and how she carries herself. Confidence is a particularly powerful magnet in this regard. A woman who is comfortable in her own skin, who exudes self assurance without arrogance, becomes unforgettable. Confidence sends a signal that she values herself, and this makes her presence stand out in a crowd. Her demeanor, how she speaks, smiles, and interacts with others further adds layers to this initial connection. This visual connection is not limited to physical aspects, it's also deeply influenced by nonverbal cues. The way she makes eye contact, her posture, and even the subtleties of her gestures can convey a wealth of information about her personality. These signals often speak louder than words, leaving an impression that lingers. For instance, a warm smile can convey kindness and approachability, while genuine laughter can reveal a sense of joy and openness. Men often pick up on these cues instinctively, and they form the foundation for the emotional connections that may follow. It's also worth noting that while the visual connection may light the initial spark, it doesn't sustain the flame of love on its own. A man may be drawn in by what he sees, but what keeps him interested is what lies beneath the surface. He begins to look beyond the external and seeks qualities that resonate with his values, aspirations, and emotional needs. At this stage, the visual attraction transforms into a deeper appreciation of the person as a whole. In summary, the visual connection is an essential starting point in how men fall in love. It is not the end of the journey, but rather the opening chapter, a gateway that leads to deeper exploration and emotional intimacy. It sets the stage for what comes next: the journey of discovering the personality, character, and soul of the person who first caught his eye. For men, falling in love is deeply connected to their sense of purpose and vision for their lives. Unlike fleeting emotions, love often involves a conscious or subconscious alignment between the relationship and the direction a man sees himself heading. Men tend to evaluate potential partners through the lens of their goals, aspirations, and life mission. This is not to say love for men is purely transactional. Rather, it is rooted in their innate desire to find meaning and order in their personal and relational lives. A man's purpose is central to his identity. It defines his values, shapes his decisions, and drives his ambitions. When he considers entering into a relationship, he instinctively asks himself whether the person he is drawn to fits into the vision he has for his future. This vision can include everything from career goals to family aspirations, personal growth, and even spiritual or philosophical beliefs. A relationship that aligns with his purpose provides him with a sense of stability and fulfillment, enhancing his ability to pursue his dreams with confidence and vigor. This alignment doesn't just happen on a surface level, it resonates deeply with his sense of who he is and who he wants to become. A man falls in love with a woman who not only supports his goals, but also inspires him to reach higher. Her presence in his life becomes a source of encouragement, motivating him to work harder and become the best. This is why men often describe falling in love as finding someone who makes them feel unstoppable, as if they can conquer any challenge with her by their side. Um, at the same time, men are drawn to women whose own vision and purpose complement theirs. Independence and ambition are highly attractive qualities because they reflect a sense of self assuredness and drive. A man is more likely to commit to a woman who has her own goals and aspirations, as this creates a dynamic of mutual respect and partnership. When both individuals are pursuing their respective dreams while supporting each other, the relationship becomes a powerful force of growth and synergy. This alignment isn't just about external achievements or material success. It also encompasses emotional and spiritual compatibility. A man wants to feel that the relationship provides a foundation of trust, understanding, and shared values. This deeper connection reassures him that the relationship is not only compatible with his purpose, but also enhances his overall sense of fulfillment and happiness. The role of vision and purpose in how men fall in love highlights the depth and intentionality behind their emotions. While love may begin with attraction and curiosity, it is sustained by a shared journey toward meaningful goals. A man doesn't just fall in love with a woman, he falls in love with the idea of building a life with her, one that aligns with his dreams and fulfills his sense of purpose. Respect forms the cornerstone of how men fall in love and build lasting emotional connections. While physical attraction may ignite the initial spark, it is respect that sustains and deepens a man's feelings over time. For men, respect is not just a preference, it is a fundamental need intricately tied to their sense of self-worth and emotional security. Without it, even the strongest attraction or chemistry will eventually fade. Men fall in love with women who value and appreciate them for who they are. This goes beyond superficial compliments or occasional praise. It involves a deep acknowledgement of their strengths, efforts, and character. Respect validates a man's identity and reinforces his confidence, creating a foundation for vulnerability and emotional intimacy. When a man feels respected, he feels seen, heard, and valued, which allows him to open up emotionally and invest more deeply in the relationship. Respect is also communicated through actions and attitudes. Men are particularly attuned to how they are treated in moments of conflict, decision making, or shared challenges. A woman who demonstrates patience, understanding, and empathy, especially during difficult times, earns a man's admiration and trust. Conversely, criticism, dismissiveness, or condescension can erode a man's feelings and create emotional distance. Men are more likely to fall in love with someone who uplifts them rather than undermines their sense of worth. Another important aspect of respect is recognizing and supporting a man's ambitions and goals. Men are inherently driven by purpose and achievement, and they seek partners who believe in their potential and encourage them to pursue their dreams. A woman who expresses faith in a man's abilities and offers genuine support becomes a source of inspiration, fueling his drive to succeed and solidifying their bond. This support doesn't mean abandoning her own ambitions. Rather, it involves creating a partnership where both individuals feel equally valued and motivated to grow together. Respect also means accepting a man for who he is, flaws and all, while encouraging him to become the best version of himself. Men, like anyone else, are not perfect, and they often carry insecurities or fears that they may not openly share. A woman who acknowledges these vulnerabilities without judgment creates a safe space for emotional connection. This acceptance fosters trust and deepens the bond, as the man feels he can be his authentic self without fear of rejection. It's important to note that respect in a relationship is a two-way street. Men are drawn to women who respect themselves and maintain their own boundaries and values. A woman who carries herself with dignity and confidence commands admiration and sets the tone for mutual respect within the relationship. This dynamic creates balance where both partners feel equally valued and empowered. In the end, respect is not just a component of love, it is the glue that holds it together. For men, respect lays the groundwork for trust, admiration, and emotional intimacy. It transforms fleeting attraction into lasting connection, making it an essential element in how men truly fall in love. Timing plays a crucial role in how men fall in love. For men, love often flourishes when they feel ready to embrace the emotional, mental, and even practical responsibilities that come with a committed relationship. This readiness is not just about external circumstances, but also about an internal state of preparedness. Men are more likely to fall deeply in love when they feel stable, secure, and confident in their ability to contribute meaningfully to a partnership. A man's readiness to love is closely tied to his sense of personal identity and accomplishment. Men tend to see themselves as providers or protectors in relationships, and this perception shapes their approach to love. If a man feels uncertain about his career, finances, or future, he may hesitate to fully commit emotionally. It's not that he doesn't value love, rather, he wants to ensure that he can fulfill the role he envisions for himself in the relationship. This is why timing is so significant. When a man feels grounded and aligned with his life's direction, he is more open to allowing love to grow and flourish. Timing is also influenced by a man's emotional maturity. Love requires vulnerability, communication, and a willingness to invest deeply in another person's well-being. A man who is still grappling with unresolved personal issues or emotional wounds may struggle to give and receive love fully. However, when he reaches a point where he has worked through these challenges and gained clarity about what he wants in a relationship, he becomes more receptive to falling in love. Emotional readiness enables him to approach love with a sense of balance and authenticity rather than fear or hesitation. Another important factor is the alignment between a man's life stage and his desire for a relationship. Men often prioritize different aspects of their lives at different times: education, career, personal growth, or exploration. When a man is deeply focused on these pursuits, he may not feel ready to prioritize a relationship, even if he meets someone he genuinely cares about. Conversely, when he feels that he has achieved or is on track to achieve his goals, he is more likely to see a relationship as a natural and fulfilling addition to his life.
For men, timing also involves recognizing the value of the right person at the right moment. Falling in love is not just about readiness, it's about meeting someone who resonates with his vision, values, and emotional needs. Even if a man feels prepared, he may not fully commit unless he encounters someone who inspires and challenges him in meaningful ways. When the right person enters his life, at a time when he feels prepared to embrace love, the connection often becomes profound and enduring. In essence, timing is the invisible thread that weaves together a man's personal growth, emotional readiness, and external circumstances. It ensures that love enters his life when he is capable of nurturing it and allows the relationship to thrive in a way that feels natural and sustainable. When the timing is right, love becomes not just a possibility, but a transformative experience that enriches every aspect of his life. Men often express love differently from how they experience it, and their actions usually speak louder than words. While they may not always articulate their feelings through emotional declarations or romantic language, their gestures and behaviors reveal the depth of their affection. For men, love is often demonstrated through acts of care, protection, and provision. Understanding these expressions is key to appreciating the unique ways men communicate their love. When a man is in love, his actions often revolve around making his partner feel secure and supported. He may take on responsibilities, offer help with tasks, or go out of his way to solve problems, even if he doesn't explicitly say, "I love you" every day. These acts are his way of showing commitment and devotion. For many men, love is action-oriented. It's about doing things that make their partner's life easier, safer, or more enjoyable. Number two, whether it's fixing something around the house, running an errand, or planning a surprise, these gestures reflect the care and thoughtfulness behind his love. Men also express love through consistency and reliability. They show up, keep their promises, and prioritize their partner's needs. In a world full of distractions, a man's willingness to consistently invest time and effort into the relationship is a clear indicator of his feelings. While grand romantic gestures may be occasional, the steady acts of showing up and being dependable are his way of saying, "You matter to me." This dependability builds trust and creates a foundation of emotional security within the relationship. Another significant way men express love is by sharing their vulnerabilities. Although many men are conditioned to be stoic or guarded, falling in love often allows them to open up in ways they might not with anyone else. Sharing fears, dreams, or insecurities is a profound expression of trust and intimacy. When a man feels safe enough to be vulnerable, it's a sign that he sees his partner as someone he can rely on emotionally. This emotional openness is often accompanied by a desire to protect and nurture the relationship, further solidifying his commitment. Men also express their love by including their partner in their world, introducing her to family and friends, seeking her opinion on important decisions, or inviting her to share in his hobbies and interests are all ways he signals that she holds a central place in his life. These actions demonstrate that he values her presence, respects her insights, and sees her as a partner in every sense of the word. Men often show love by wanting to grow and improve for the sake of the relationship. Love inspires them to become better versions of themselves, whether that means striving for personal growth, addressing weaknesses, or making sacrifices for the greater good of the partnership. This self-improvement is a deeply meaningful expression of love, as it reflects a desire to build a future together that is strong and enduring. Understanding how men express love requires recognizing the significance of their actions. While they may not always verbalize their emotions, their gestures, consistency, and efforts reveal the depth of their affection. By paying attention to these expressions, one can see the profound ways men demonstrate their love, even in the smallest details of everyday life. Inspiration plays a pivotal role in how men fall in love. Men are naturally drawn to women who ignite something within them. Whether it's motivation, ambition, creativity, or simply the desire to become a better version of themselves. This type of connection goes beyond attraction or compatibility. It's about the transformative impact a woman can have on a man's outlook, priorities, and aspirations. A man doesn't just fall in love with who she is. He falls in love with the way she makes him feel about himself and the possibilities of the future they could build together. When a man is inspired by a woman, it's because she embodies qualities that resonate deeply with his core values and ambitions. This inspiration often stems from her confidence, independence, or unique perspective on life. A woman who knows her worth and pursues her passions with purpose is highly captivating to a man. Her drive and determination challenge him to reflect on his own goals and encourage him to strive for more. She becomes a source of energy and motivation, reminding him of his potential and pushing him to achieve things he might not have thought possible on his own. Men also find inspiration in a woman's ability to bring out their emotional depth. While men are often conditioned to suppress vulnerability, being with someone who nurtures emotional connection can unlock a side of them they may have kept hidden. A man may fall in love with a woman who makes him feel safe enough to express his fears, hopes, and dreams without fear of judgment. A song written by an Englishman, this emotional inspiration fosters a bond that goes far beyond surface-level attraction, creating a deep sense of trust and intimacy. Another way men are inspired is through a woman's ability to challenge them intellectually and emotionally. Men are often drawn to partners who stimulate their minds and encourage them to grow. Whether it's through thought-provoking conversations, shared ambitions, or a willingness to challenge his assumptions, a woman who pushes him to think differently or aim higher becomes someone he deeply admires. This intellectual and emotional challenge creates a dynamic partnership where both individuals bring out the best in each other. Men also fall in love with women who inspire them to dream bigger and embrace new possibilities. A woman with a positive outlook, an adventurous spirit, or a creative mindset can make life feel exciting and full of potential. Her enthusiasm and passion for life are contagious, encouraging a man to see the world in himself in a new light. This sense of renewal and excitement often lays the foundation for a profound emotional connection. And there's some people who, however, isn't about perfection. Men are not looking for someone flawless. They are inspired by authenticity, resilience, and the ability to navigate life with grace and determination. A woman who embraces her imperfections, learns from her struggles, and continues to move forward becomes a powerful example of strength and character. This authenticity is deeply appealing and often serves as the catalyst for a man's deepest feelings of love and admiration. Preparing his offer doesn't go down well. The role of inspiration in how men fall in love highlights the transformative power of relationships. When a man finds a woman who inspires him to grow, to connect, and to dream, he doesn't just see her as a partner, he sees her as someone who makes his life richer, fuller, and more meaningful. This inspiration forms the foundation of a love that is not only passionate, but also enduring and transformative. In conclusion, understanding how men fall in love reveals a journey that is deeply rooted in both their emotions and their sense of purpose. It begins with a visual spark, where attraction draws them in, but it grows through alignment with their vision, the mutual exchange of respect, and a sense of readiness that allows them to fully commit. Men express love through their actions, consistency, and vulnerability, and they are most captivated by women who inspire them to grow, dream, and strive for more. Love, for men, is not just about finding someone to share their lives with. It's about finding someone who resonates with their core, challenges them to become better, and helps them see a brighter future. It is a process of discovery where attraction evolves into admiration, and admiration deepens into a connection that is built on trust, partnership, and mutual growth. By recognizing these dynamics, we not only gain insight into how men experience love, but also appreciate the profound role of relationships in shaping both individuals and the bond they create together. Love, in its truest form, is transformative. And when men fall in love, it becomes a foundation for building something meaningful, enduring, and truly beautiful.